from M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. It's Thursday Night Football on EA Sports.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Tonight we kick off Week 13 with a great Thursday night matchup between the Dallas Cowboys and the Baltimore Ravens. Now this will make it into the end zone, and this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. First time we get to see this Baltimore offense here, and feast your eyes on the Madden cover man, Lamar Jackson, taking the field, ready to lead them at quarterback.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Time with Mark Ingram. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Ball carrier. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snootful, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
Now they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Jackson from the shotgun. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 30, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
On the return, the Cowboys take over 1st and 10.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Ezekiel Elliott, the ball carrier. Jimmy Smith, the one.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
A gain of.
And Charles, you see the numbers for Amari Cooper last week. What a ball game. 4 receiving touchdowns.
And he's not just a specialty guy either. They went to him when they were in the red zone. They went to him when they weren't in the red zone. They went to him anytime they could for obvious reasons.
The tackle made by L.J. Ford.
4 yards on the pickup.
On 2nd down, Elliott. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 44-yard line. A Cowboy first down there. Prescott to Gallup.
First down.
Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Amari Cooper, the intended target. And now it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it around.
Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The last play on the completion got him half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Flushed out right. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he?
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Sean Lee, the longtime vet, getting in and getting to the QB.
Brought down, back up.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
3.
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that's going to make it 4th down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Ravens 10.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
At their own 31-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them,
and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But, Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was 1st and goal from the 2, or I should say 3rd and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
The MVP, Lamar Jackson, heading out again with his Ravens. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll give this one to Ingram to start things out. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
10. Cowboys 8.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. From the gun, Jackson. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Now throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Number 13.
Michael Gallup with touchdown number 15 of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Cowboys have taken the lead.
Conversion.
Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The return. The Ravens take over 1st and 10. At their own 20.
Mark Ingram now gears up to help lead this offense back out there. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Jackson sacked.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
23-yard line.
Out comes Michael Gallup and company as they take the field. We're in the 2nd quarter. He already has 2 touchdowns. We know how good he is. That's well documented. How do you contain him?
We know he's a nightmare. So in this situation, I would go ahead and double him. Maybe even have a 3rd person in the area and try and dissuade them from throwing him the football. Make someone else beat me for a while, because I don't know that their talents are his, because when he gets his hands on the ball, he breaks down my entire D. Someone else, they may not make the same type of a play.
Well, we know his talents are very good. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 13. Prescott. And that is incomplete. Blake Jarwin, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Cooper's got it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
1st down, Dallas.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. They'll run on first down. It's Elliott, and he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Again to Elliott, and a short gain here down to the 22. And they're going to speed things up here. Play action now, Prescott. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Prescott on play action. And it's caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on fourth down to bring up first and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal. One man in the backfield, that's Elliott on set. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
The third time wasn't a charm. They got the first 2 two-point tries. Still have the lead, but couldn't get the third.
Okay, so they didn't get this one, but I have to ask you, what matchup are they seeing that they feel that confident to go for 2 so often?
Yeah, we talk about this a lot, but it has to be something, you're right, that they saw all week, correct?
Definitely game plan for. Felt good about being aggressive and going for it. And right up until that one, they'd gotten 2 for 2.
This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Cowboys have recovered.
Dak Prescott sacked.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in this.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Lamar Jackson sacked by Leighton Vander Esch.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. So the halftime break behind us, and we are back underway with the third quarter of action. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. On first down, it's Elliott, and this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Off the play fake, Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here, complete. Touchdown, Cowboys! Michael Gallup, 56 yards. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Moore, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. A handoff. It's Mark Ingram. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
For Mark Ingram.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out comes Michael Gallup and company as they take the field. A monster game so far, 3rd quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers,
Absolutely.
though, who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route or they get open early, or they just always find a way. And he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover.
Prescott.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Down at the 37-yard line.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether it's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Now, we had the fumble last week. Now, here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there. He's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play. And maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
That's good.
It's a big play there for Baltimore. 43 yards.
1st and 10 at the 16.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now it's Jackson. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back.
Holding offense.
So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count?
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Ravens capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6.
Well, Lamar Jackson remembers 7 rushing touchdowns in his MVP season of 2019, and he's into the end zone here as well.
And when you hear that 7 rushing touchdowns in 2019, doesn't it surprise you a little bit?
Yeah, you almost expect more, right?
Yeah, in your mind you're thinking Lamar Jackson got in the end zone a bunch more. That might be what he does in 2020.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Taken in at the 3. And he returns this to the 22.
C.D. Lamb on the return. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10. At their
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. Pernell McPhee in there on the stop.
Ball carrier.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them. Melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
3rd quarter.
Back now in Baltimore. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack onto their lead as we get set for the 4th. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41.
Judon there.
It was Matt Judon that time who worked his way in to blow that play up. On 2nd down now. It's Elliott, and he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
Ball carrier.
4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 36. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down.
1st down.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Pretty nice aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Again, it's Elliott. And he's going to be down close to a 1st down at the Ravens 22. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
It's a gain of
Clock
6.
running under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. The 1st down run not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll pitch it out to Elliott. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down. From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Field goal is good. Makes the score Cowboys 32.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Jackson throwing on target to Brown.
Jackson's
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. The Ravens moving quickly here as the clock runs. This one complete to Ingram. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 34-yard line.
Jackson on target to Brown for a Ravens 1st down.
Throwing the out route and complete. That's Andrews. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Now Jackson on 1st down. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete.
Jackson's pass.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
From the 17, here's 2nd and 4.
Again, Jackson. Snead's got it. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Snead.
1st and goal with Lamar Jackson leading the charge, the 23-year-old quarterback. And if they find the end zone here, they'll reach that number 23 on the scoreboard.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3